Hi, we're here with the directors from the Fresh Wave short film collection from Hong Kong. Basically, the first question we've got for you lovely people is, how does it feel to be here at Udine Far East Film Festival with giant talents such as Johnny To?
It's my honor to be here. In case, really, really touching because the people here is so nice. I really love this place. Yesterday we walk around after showing our film. Someone come to us. Hey, I watched your film. And then, we're so touched, because in a small town, the people is really, really nice to us. And I really feel the people here is got a lot of talent. So we have to talk to them and then to get some feedback from them. So really, really good experience for us. Yes.
Yeah, I'm also very happy to be here because it's my first time to join film festival and it's my first time to come Europe. So I'm really happy to be here, and then I really like this small city, and all people here are very nice. They really like movies, and they even asked me to sign the name on the catalog. So I'm really happy because in my life no one asked me to sign my name on the books. So I'm really like this festival. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by the Far East Film Festival because, it is mainly for the Asian films, and also I can see the Europeans come all over the world to come to see our films. I feel very, very respected, and also it's like they break through the language barriers, or even they want to know more about the cultural things. I think it's a very good cultural exchange, So I'm really impressed, and also the food, the people are so good. So I really hope I can come again.
What does your film say about contemporary Hong Kong?
Contemporary? Tell you the main films, yeah. Oh, yeah. My film is talking about the media in Hong Kong. I'm not sure about the situation in Italy. And because in Hong Kong, lots of newspaper, the headlines will have some sensational story, like sex and violence, So, because me, myself, graduate in a journalism and communication school. So, actually, I was a journalist before I turned myself into a filmmaker. So I really do feel something about the media in Hong Kong. So I shoot my film, and I really show the Hong Kong way of media. Yeah.
For my film is about the cultural conflict between the traditional culture and the pop culture, because my film is about the cosplay culture. Yeah, because in Hong Kong. There still have a small group of people is very traditional, especially some old generation. They may not accept the cosplay. So my movie contains the conflicts there, because the one of the character, the granddaughter, who is the cosplayer, and her grandma and other relative, they don't accept cosplay. So
like a comment on generation gap.
Yeah, it's the generation gap. So yeah.
Which we'll go back to later. But,
okay. Actually, my film is about city development, and because Hong Kong is a capitalist city and it's very commercial. So nowadays, the government, they might tear down many old buildings. And my film was inspired by a true event in Hong Kong, and because in 2010. 2010, the government, they decided to demolish a whole village because of in the name of development, because they want to build a railway right through a village. So it caused hundreds of people being kind of homeless. So I was kind of moved by this. So I made up a story about that, to question about what is the main value in a city, and how to balance the old traditional or memorable buildings or areas instead of just high-rise buildings or just for commercial reason for the city development. Yeah.
Actually, I have a question for you.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Actually, we noticed Herman Yao was on a mentor.
Oh,
we were
yeah.
wondering, we had Herman Yao actually at our festival this year at East Winds,
I see.
and we loved him so much. We was wondering, what was his involvement in the film?
Well, actually, because he was not really giving me a lot of advice before I really shot it, because I wrote my script And then I showed him my clips, and he was saying that actually you know what you want to do, so just go ahead. The main thing is you just go and shoot. No need to be afraid and no need to think too much about the award because we were in a competition. So he was like, just go ahead. And then until the very end, I showed him the whole thing, and then he starts to give his comments. I think this is really better because, you know, he's like a master. So whenever he said anything, I would just follow him before everything starts. So I think it's a very good kind of mentor relationship between us. So it's like he just gave his comments until the very end, and I know what he really means. But he really likes the film because I think we have some kind of connections because his film is also about relating to the society. And in this part, he gave me a lot of inspiration. Yeah.
I've got a question for you specifically.
Thank you.
So, what did you get from studying at London that you wouldn't get otherwise?
Oh yeah, I think it's culturalized. I mean, because in Europe, I mean, I watch a lot of short film. I mean, it's really inspiration. Yeah, because the film school in London is, I mean, it's totally different in Hong Kong. I mean, they're really, I mean, open-minded, and really give. I mean, technique-wise, they are very Hollywood one. So I mean, we are following a grandmaster. He called John Ward. I mean, he following Stanley Kubrick to do the Full Metal Jacket. I mean, and following him, I mean, we see how he see the world from the lens. I mean, so that is.
I have a question for you now. We did speak about this a little bit earlier, but we noticed in all your films actually, and specifically yours with the cosplay, with the significance of the difference of generations.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say this specifically says about Hong Kong and the changing of the times? Is it something, you know, that is very important to you to show that there's this gap, but that this gap can be kind of like joined together? That generations are different, but they also can be, you know, the same experiences if allowed to.
I think the generation gap in Hong Kong still have a distance, but that's why I create this movie, and I want to arouse the youngsters to treasure their old generation, because sometimes the old generation always do whatever they can do to help the young generations. And just like my grandmother, because my grandmother always helped me a lot, but personally sometimes I don't understand they treat me very well, and I just feel ignoring. Sometimes we refuse their
The kindness?
We feel their kindness. So that's why I create this film, to let youngsters to know how they should treat their old generation, and also the old generation also learn how to fit in the youngsters' life. And sometimes I think they can 即係走出個框框點講？
What do you mean 走出？
即係嗰啲老人家去走出佢哋嘅框框，走入年輕人嘅世界。
Okay, so like they can break through
The barrier,
stereotyping, and go into their world.
So
youngsters' world.
then the conflicts can be solved, and then they can pay, even the just like my friend, the grandma also can pay cosplay, and then they can very happy. Yeah, just something like that.
Yes,
And one last question.
Yes, thank you.
So we're students in Coventry University. What advice do you have for us,
Mhm.
young inspired filmmakers like ourselves?
I think it's watch more other people's work. I mean, you may get your inspiration from them, and then convert it to yourself. Yes.
佢即係問你有啲咩 advice， 即係有啲咩意見啊，俾佢哋短片，係啦，即係如果佢哋想做創作嘅話，有咩意見俾佢哋？
My personal advice is to just do what you want to do. Sometimes sometimes there are lots of limitations. For example, the money, or sometimes maybe the experience. But try your best. Even although you face lots of obstacles, maybe some family burden or some pressure from the society, just do what you want to do. Then it will be perfect.
I think the main word is action. So just do it and keep the passion. Because especially for the beginners, we'll think like maybe our technical is not enough, maybe we don't have enough money. But I think the main thing is to keep doing and keep the passion. I think this is very important at the beginning stage. Yeah, and good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you.